I have a 4 foot by 8 inch board that you can pick up at Lowe's, and I'm painting it in Wise Owl white primer. And I'm going to give this 2 coats. Once dry, I'm going to be using watercolor Christmas tissue paper. And it's just this tissue paper that has poinsettias in different colors and ornaments. I'm going to take a fine paintbrush and some water and go around the edge of my image that I'm going to use, and you kind of tear it with your fingers. The water starts to break down the paper and it allows you to pull it apart. And this way you don't have like a perfect cut like with a pair of scissors. It's almost like a torn edge, and it's easier to mask as you decoupage. So again, I'm just dipping my brush in water and I'm going around the edge with the paintbrush, and it's beginning to separate the paper at that spot. So as you pull, you want to be gentle. It's going to tear right along that watermark. If I cut it out with a pair of scissors and you decoupage, it becomes very obvious and it's not masked very well. Me doing it in this fashion, when I decoupage, it almost has a shadow around it and almost looks like it was purposefully put there. I don't know how else to explain it. So I went through and I did some ornaments, and we're going to go back to my board, and I'm using this home stencil that you can get at Hobby Lobby. They're very inexpensive. They're like $5.99. I'm sure other words like joy would be nice, or merry. And you want to load with a foam roller on one plate, unload. So now I have a dry roller. I call it a dry roller, meaning it has no excess paint left on it. And you just want to take your time, not pressing, and just going over your letters till they're filled in. I did have a knot in my E, so before I lifted my stencil, I took a paintbrush and filled in that little bit of a hole in that E. Then you want to lift up your stencil. I took a small art brush and filled in my letters. I laid my ornaments kind of how I wanted them to look. And I'm going to take 1 hour enamel clear, lay down my ornament, and go over the top of it. While it's wet, I'm going to lay down my saran wrap and use my brayer. This part you want to do kind of quickly, and you want to lift your saran wrap very gently so you don't re-pull up the ornaments. I picked one of the poinsettias, did the same method with the water and the paintbrush. And I'm going to use this as my O. And I'm going to lay down my 1 hour enamel clear, lay down the poinsettia, apply it on top, add the saran wrap, brayer, and lift very gently. I'm going to take my silver metallic and I'm going to make little lines from my E to my ornament, almost like the ornaments are hanging from the letter. And this is metallic silver. And then I'm going to take the lines coming from the top of the board to the other 2 ornaments. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, tissue paper, transfer, or mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much.